Okay, thank you. So in every semester, all the new students of the new batches, they have to go for a presentation in Bangla, basically in English. Anyway, I want you to grow as professionally successful and academically successful, but I need you to be a good human being at first. This is what my objective is. Irrespective of anything, you might be successful or unsuccessful, but that's not an issue. But the issue is that if you're not becoming a good human being, then it's an issue for me. Why we come to university? We come to university for education, but more than education, we want you to become a gentleman. Or if you want to be or I can say that you have to become a gentlewoman. This is what we should expect from all of you. And to become a gentleman and gentlewoman, the first and foremost thing that we need is to have good behavior, manner. You exactly know when to laugh and you exactly know when to weep. Because when you laugh, the world laughs with you, but when you weep alone. Right? So you just do not consider the world is always with you. Consider yourself that you're a part of the world, and you are just a tiny part of the world. And no one is going to cry when you die, and your success doesn't create any changes in the world, but your failure causes a lot of things in the society. Your failure or your anything that you just do anything in the part of the social context. I'm telling you a story, just go for it. The first story. A boy and his father, they were on a train journey, and they were having a beautiful journey on the train. And the boy looked outside, and obviously he looked outside, and he found that the sky is very shiny and the sky seems blue. So he asked his father, "Father, is the sky blue?" Then his father replied, "Yes, the sky is blue." And the train moves on, and again he finds that there are some beautiful large trees. So he asked his father, "Father, the trees are green?" And his father replies, "Yes, the trees are green." And then again he looked at his father, and this time at his father, and he says that, "Father, are you my father then?" And the father replies, "Yes, I'm your father." And then suddenly a lady from the back seat, she just pokes through, and she says, "Well, I think your son has got a crack in his brain. I think you should take your son to a psychiatrist, because he's asking whether the trees are green, whether the sky is blue, and he's even asking if you're his father or not." And what do you think? What was the reply of the man? And the man replies that, "Well, ma'am, he was blind for all of his life. For the first time, he is watching this beautiful sky. For the first time, he had an eye operation a few days back, and today we're getting back from the hospital, and for the first time, he is seeing these beautiful trees and the beautiful nature, and for the first time, he is seeing me." And then his father concludes the story, telling, "Every life has a story to tell." Clear?
Yes, sir.
So don't be, we're too quick to judge everyone. We judge immediately. But his father, this story teaches us that we shouldn't be judgmental.
Yes, sir.
And every life has a story to tell. You have your own story, I have my own story. But you know what? Deep in my heart, I only know what I'm going through. And deep in your heart, you know exactly what you are going through. So until I put myself on your shoe, I don't know how you're feeling. So we shouldn't be judgmental. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the first lesson for you. Every life has a story to tell.
Yes, sir.
One. Number two. Number two is, we all want to be successful, but we never know actually what makes us successful, how we become successful in our life. There is a very old philosophy, and which is very interestingly one of the most powerful philosophy, that to become successful, whether you are really poor in doing something or you are really good in doing something, like there are some students who are really expert in math, And there are some students who are really good in English. And there are some students who are really poor in English. And there are some students who are really poor in math. So we all have vice versa, like some are really good, some are really bad, and some are really worst. So we all have these issues. And you find that there are some, if you find like, then what's the reason that some people become successful and some people are really good at doing that? What makes them so efficient in doing or achieving something in their life? What makes that? So if you go for that, then there is a theory for that. The answer is consistency. The answer is what? Consistency. You do the same thing again and again. Now, let me give you an example. Well, I think all of you brush your teeth, right? All of us. I think all of us, we brush our teeth. And if you don't brush your teeth, then after 6 months or, after each month, you have to go to the dentist. And you're going to assign the doctor, hey, clean my mouth. So the question that comes, like for how many times you brush your teeth? 2 times. Morning and before you go to bed at night. 2 times we brush our teeth. For how long do you brush your teeth? 1 to 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right? If you don't brush your teeth and all of a sudden you have decided that from today I'm going to become the human being. So you have decided that you're going to brush your teeth. After 6 months, you have decided that I'm going to purchase the close-up, kache ashar golpo. And so you purchase that close-up and you start brushing your teeth. And you brush, imagine that you brush your teeth like that for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. It's not going to work. You don't see the magic in 2 or 3 minutes. But if you keep brushing your teeth every single day for 2 or 3 minutes, you find the magic. You don't have to go to the dentist. Consistency. Every single day, 120 seconds makes you free of germs. You get it?
Yes, sir.
Consistency. Well, and every one of you, I think the ladies and the men, all the gentlemen and the gentlewomen here, sitting here, all of you want to look like Slimmy. You want to be, you want to be like, when I walk by, everyone should look at me, right? And some are, we know that we used to have a tummy, and sometimes we are so bulky, and some of us, we become so fat. So you just, is there any magic trick that all of a sudden you are going to be slim? There is no magic trick like that. So what you do basically, you go to the doctor, you talk with your nutritionist, or you talk with the gym instructor, and you go and say, you know what, I want to list my tummy. And you say that, or give concentration, and you say that, you know what, I want to be so fit. So you have started doing the gym just to get fit. So the very first day, you went to the gym and you seem like, well, I did gym and I did ... And you at night, you're standing in front of the mirror and you're just looking at and say, what is the change, man? No change at all. So you become so, you don't like it. But if you're doing it for 1 year, and you stand in front of the mirror, you find a drastic change.
Yes, sir.
You are no more who you were. Tumi ar nahi she tumi. Right?
Yes, sir.
So you become absolutely someone different. You find the changes. Consistency. Everywhere you go is consistency. And you find that there are some, even with this consistency, you need something else. Have you ever seen that those who are really the master of, we find that there are cricketers who plays really well. If you think of Virat Kohli, if you think of all the great cricketers that ever played, or even if you think of Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo or Mbappe, those who are playing, they are the superstars that we believe. So, do you think that Virat Kohli has become Virat Kohli in one day?
No, sir.
he kept on practicing the same ball again and again. And look at his passion. He plays the same game again, like cricket. All the time he's playing what? Cricket, cricket, cricket. It should have, Jivan Das, if it was Jivan Das, he would have, it's a boredom. What are you doing every single day? The same thing. But how he managed to become the #1 batsman in the world? Consistency and discipline. Consistency and what? Discipline. Because, or even if you think of, have you ever seen that, like, that we call, who calls to prayer, or the religious guys, those we have, who calls to prayer at, like, during the Fajr prayer, I think it's at 5. And every single day you find the muazzin is ready to give azan, right?
Yes, sir.
Discipline. Every single, no alarm clock for him. He gets up, gives azan. Whether you are sleeping or not, he does it. He nails it. And he does it beautifully. Discipline. Or again, just to make you more fun, imagine that you love a girl. And every single day he just, she finishes her school or university or college, he's just standing like a Romeo. And you're following her, and you just, every single time you look at her and say, okay, bye, sorry. I want to say you something. Every single day you just just follow her. And you keep following her every single day. And all of a sudden, one day, the magic happens. She comes and she says, well, I know what you want to say. And you say, well, yes, I'm waiting for, I'm just waiting with the flower, and you just give the flower and things happen. But the question is that, do you think the love happens because, you wished her on her birthday? No? Do you think the love happens because, during the Valentine's Day, you just purchased all the roses from the universe and you just gifted it her? No?
No, sir.
And even if it happens, it's for one day. But how you just carry on that? So if you just go to, like, even when you're married, if you just go, and it's the morning time, when you get up, before you offer yourself a drink, you offer a drink to your wife. Love, consistency, discipline, and this is how you express your love. And before, when you just get at the home, before you listen, before you start telling what happened at your office, you start listening to her. Consistency, patience, and discipline. And this is what makes someone, we must have the habit of listening people. And if any one of you lack any quality, I think that you need is that we don't have the habit of listening. We don't like to listen. We just only love to speak. Get out of this. Consistency and discipline. Number 3, kindness. So I think the kindness is something that we need, like all of us, we need that. Imagine how the kindness works. Imagine that a beggar comes to you and you offer him the food. No matter how rich the beggar is, but still you're offering him food. Or even if you think that there is a dog passing by and he's waiting for you, just, he comes to you and you offer him something and the dog becomes happy, right? When you offer some food for the dog. Or you offer anything to any beggar, they become so jubilated and happy. Now the question is that, how does it work actually? How does it work in our emotional brain, in our intelligence? Now, if I just show you this one, it's a cycle. First is what? The giver, right?
Yes, sir.
And the second one is what? The receiver, right?
Yes, sir.
And the third one is what? And now interestingly, kindness is a cycle if you're providing food to someone hungry, he receives the food and he feels good. But at the same time, whoever witnessing it, he feels much more good.
Yes, sir.
When you find that someone is feeding a dog, when you look at, you see that you're just looking at because you're feeling good inside. So kindness is that much powerful that when you show kindness to someone else, it's not only you and the receiver is feeling good, it's the whole picture, the whole audience. Those who are witnessing it, they're also feeling good. So kindness is a process, is one of the most precious act of generosity that a human being can possess. Kindness. Are you writing it down? I find that only few pens are moving and rest of the pen is not moving. Number 4. I think I'm done with 3.
Kindness was number 3.
Kindness was number 3. And if you go for number 4, I think all of you know that the name of the Nelson Mandela.
Yes, sir.
Nelson Mandela, who fought against the racism, and Nelson Mandela was one of the greatest leaders that ever walked on the earth, and everyone praises him for his attitude, for his contribution to the society. Nelson Mandela, he won the Nobel Prize as well for peace, making peace. So when Nelson Mandela was asked that what is the most prestigious quality that you have, and Nelson Mandela says, since my father was the chief of the tribe, you know, when he used to talk, he used to sit, the chief of the tribe used to sit in the middle, and all the people of the tribe will be circling him. This is how they used to talk. You know what? My father used to do one thing. My father used to listen to everyone, and then he will be the last to speak. And then he says, this is one thing I follow, be the last to speak. What?
Be the last to speak.
Always be the last to speak. Let everyone finish their food at first. This is one of the attributes that we must have, all of you. When you go to a party, serve yourself. When you are in a feast, think of others before you just take all the curries in your plate, on your plate. Careful. Because what we do actually, when you are enjoying a feast, what do you do basically? You sit on the table, and if you just wait for the roast to come on your plate, and you never wait for the other people, but the generosity is that make sure that all the people around you are being served, and then you serve yourself. Always be the last. Always be the last to enjoy the food, to enjoy anything. Always be the last, and be the last to speak. It shows your leadership quality.
Yes, sir.
Number 5. I think this is much more interesting. I think I'll be going one by one. Number 5. I think the time is up and we're finishing it. Number 5. When you are, it says that it's a story again. A man who was invited in a program, and he was one of the chief of the company, but he has retired right now. But he came to the he came to the podium as the chief guest, as a trainer this time. But before that, he was invited before that program. Imon, give concentration. And when he was invited previously, he was the main attention of this program. But today he has come to this program as an audience. He's just a normal human being. So he recalls his memory. What is his memory actually? He recalls, when I was the chief guest in this program last year, you know, before I booked my flight, someone else has booked flight for me. Before I booked my hotel, someone has booked the hotel for me. Before I ordered a meal, someone has ordered a meal for me. Before I wear my clothes, someone was ready here just to make me wearing my clothes. And he recalls that. And when I came to this program last year, I came as a chief guest. And when I came here, when I was asking for a coffee, people came and they served coffee. They served me coffee in a ceramic cup. But today, when I was asking for a cup of coffee, someone showed me, here is the coffee, go and serve yourself. And he went there and he served himself in a styrofoam cup. Do you know what is the styrofoam cup? It's a one-time cup, one-time glass, you say. But last year, he was being served in the ceramic cup. And then he says, you know, this styrofoam cup is for me. And that ceramic cup was for my designation. People respect your designation, not you. But you have to be someone when you know what? People don't respect your designation, but you live in the heart of the people, that people always want to be with you. You get me?
Yes, sir.
So this is the lesson that you must have. So respect people not because of their designation and the position. Respect people because you know exactly how to give respect to others, irrespective of anyone. But in a society we live, that all the people respect people due to their position or what? Their designation or their power. So I request all of you that when you're respecting people, make sure that you're respecting people because they deserve to be respected, and you also deserve to be respected. And the very first formula, that if you want to earn respect, you have to give respect. And this is how you earn the respect. And even if you become someone powerful, supernatural, special in your life, be down to the earth. Because always remember, you have to leave, but the designation you have is for today, not for tomorrow. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I hope that you get me what I have said. Can you just turn off the recording? Thank you.